So we get into Aardman's most recent attempt at children's programming, which I stupidly forgot to mention last year, though given it's not exactly been the most successful, you could say that that's fitting. Lloyd of the Flies. The show sadly only lasted one season, though that was more down to the channel it was being shown on going under only a year later. Not the smartest move from Aardman, but hey, could have been worse. Also, since this show didn't do so well, it means the info on it is shockingly sparse. It's not even got a Wikipedia page, so I admit I'm not sure about a lot of the production of this show, and that includes the animation, which I legit can't tell if it's CGI or genuine stop motion. Given that Aardman was suffering from a plasticine shortage at the time, it likely is CGI, but with the low frame rate, I'm really not sure, but I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments once this video is out. Regardless of its obscurity, this is actually a really good kids show. Great voice acting, animation, and writing all round. The series is about the titular Lloyd, a housefly who lives in a rotten apple core of a house with his family and interacts with all sorts of other bugs in a household kitchen, having little mini adventures and just being a kid. We've seen these sorts of setups before with bug cartoons and movies, but granted not all that recently. This isn't just ants or a bug's life again, it takes the bug society premise, but instead of it being a social commentary, it makes it more of a slice of life setup, which I think was a clever idea and something we've not really seen before from this premise. The writing is just really wholesome and has legit good laughs and is perfect for literally all ages. Anyone could watch this to the point where it really reminded me of Bluey, just slightly less cute and more British. And I do love kids shows that are like this now, that are aimed for a more younger audience but don't patronise them and give their parents something to enjoy too. It really does give me hope for a new generation. Unlike Bluey though, the show really uses its setup and environment to have a lot of creative and silly ideas that are a lot of fun. Tom Rosenthal does a great job as Lloyd himself.
I do, yes, absolutely. Yes, I am. It was very impressive.
But I will admit that his best friend Abacus, great name by the way, his voice is rather subdued and sounds rather like his voice actor Alex Lawther isn't really putting a lot of effort into it.
Abacus, what's on my head?
Before I tell you, I think it's a baby one, so try not to panic.
You do get used to it, but I feel it might have been better to get somebody else for this role. Most of the rest of the cast is made of up-and-comers, so no one too noteworthy to mention, besides Malcolm, who is voiced by Rob Rackshaw, who, if you've watched a lot of British kids TV, you'll recognise him.
Wait till you see it. The entire house is an absolute tip. An insect paradise.
Snell, snell, chop, chop, andale, andale.
The series even spawned a sort of spin-off with The Adventures of Arachnofly on the YouTube channel, basically a Spider-Man spoof. They're basic Flash animation shorts, but they were very charming and funny, and made more so by how the voices are provided by Lloyd in-universe.
Oh, don't get too comfortable. I will escape.
I always do.
As far as I could tell, the show doesn't get as heavy as Bluey sometimes does, but that's just the tone it's going for, and it's not too devoid of life lessons and more emotional elements. It just mostly keeps things light-hearted and fun, which is what Aardman does best. Also, I do really love the intro. For something that's so basic, it's really cute and memorable. Although for me, that's because when Lloyd says, "I'm a fly,"
This is about me, Lloyd. I'm a fly.
I can't help but be reminded of this. Regardless, this is a really sweet and well-made kids show, and it's a shame that it didn't really get much of a chance to shine due to jumping onto a sinking ship. But still, what we got was really good, and I hope we get to see it return at some point in the future. But next we'll be looking at another Aardman collaboration with Kids TV, but this time it's going to be for something that was doing a lot better than CITV did at the time, and we'll look at that in the next video.